At the end of the day, your body is a machine, right? Not really. It's almost like a mathematical function. Let me just fix it real quick. Make sure I'm my friend. At the end of the day, your body's a mathematical function, right? You know, it gets inputs and it does its little thing, and your body's basically your brain, right? It does whatever type of wiring it has, and it spews out an answer, right? For example, and it can be trained sometimes. For example, I was talking, your body gets inputs, and those inputs come from, your sensory neurons, right? So I'm talking like your five senses, basically, right? Your sight, your hearing, smelling, taste, and touch, right? Those are your five. Now there are two more. They don't really matter. It's your sense of balance and your sense of temperature, right? So right now it's fucking hot as shit. I guess that's not considered touch, but whatever, right? Ideally, all you should need to build muscles should be food, right? Ideally. So you eat and you grow, ideally. We're not in an ideal reality, right? What you also need is a reason. And ideally you want food and you want sleep. But what you also need in reality is a reason, right? Because if you just eat and sleep, you get fat, right? You don't build muscle. But ideally, that is how it should work. So what do you do? What are you doing to ensure you give your body a reason to grow, right? Well, you're eating protein, and the big one is you should be exercising, right? But it's not just exercise, because if you're a newbie, any exercise will build your muscle, right? If you're just starting out, you do some push-ups, you're building muscle. You do some bicep curls on like fucking 10 pounds, you're building muscle. Once you lift for a year, you'll realize that I'm not making the same progress. And the point is, they say you have to increase the weight, you have to increase the reps. And it is that. But it's also you have to increase intensity, right? When you increase the weight, you can't train like a bitch, right? You have to stay training as hard as you once did. And even harder, right? So hopefully you'll see today, because today is leg day, right? What is today? Fucking leg day. Fucking legs. I hate legs. I gotta do them. I don't hate legs. I fucking love legs. Which way are you going, man? Okay, yeah, tell me now. Nice. I hate legs because they're so fucking hard to train. You have to push yourself so fucking hard. Like when you do bicep curls, you're not even working with that much weight. You're just, curling it. You just squeeze it. You feel it in your muscle. When you're doing fucking legs, you're fighting for your life. And you're going to see it today when I work out, right? So, this is just a reminder that you have to train intensely. When you go into the gym, it's like Tom Platt said, you gotta walk out. You can't even walk, basically. You're fucking barely making your way to the car. And that's the correct way to train legs. So let's stop chatting about this and let's fucking hit legs. I might not have worked out, might not have squeezed as hard as I maybe should have, but I was really focusing on hitting my reps on the weight that I chose, which was 370. And I did, and it was 5x5 on the squats. You know, I recorded the second set, so it wasn't as hard as like the fourth or the fifth. I really did have to push hard on those last reps of those last sets. And you know, the whole point of this video is just to tell you need to go intense. And like, it doesn't mean kill yourself every workout, but it does mean, you know, you should have trouble going to sleep the night of the workout, you know, from like spasms and stuff like that. But your joints should not hurt, joint-free pain, right? And if your joints do hurt, then you need to focus on stretching, mobility, and maybe, just maybe, your form isn't the best. So, you know, that's why on every exercise where there's a whole, like, there's a lot of weight. So your squat, your deadlift, your bench press, pull-ups, you know, lat pull downs don't really matter since the weight is being pulled instead of pushed, so there's no crush involved, right? So they don't really matter. But you know, your bench, your squat, and your deadlift really matter, you know, form wise. And I'll leave you off with that. See y'all next video.